See, your childhood years are meant to be working. It's when you're most energized, and really I think it's important for you to be able to do it, because if you're not working in a factory, if you're not chimney sweeping, if you're not doing something, then what are you doing? Learning? No. There's nothing that we could teach you that you wouldn't learn doing the same thing over and over and over again at a factory. Oh, hello, darling. Oh, please come in. I know I called for you. The servant came and brought you in. Please have a seat, my darling. Oh, my wonderful child. How are you doing today? Are you doing great? Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, you know, I'm sorry to say that your day might be not so great after this talk. Unfortunately, you are of age to start providing for this family. All your siblings have had to do it. Your brother had to do it. Your sister had to do it. Now you have to do it yourself. Now, as my child, it really pains me to have to do this to you. It really is one of those things that I feel completely like a failure. But such is life, right? So if I must benefit from my children working, then that's a burden I think I must bear. Now, as you might understand from what I'm saying, I'll try to dumb it down for you a little bit. I know you're only 6. Since you have reached the age of 6, you are now properly ready to work within our labour forces. I have a few jobs lined up for you already, but I think I have one in particular that I think you should take. Don't worry about it. We will discuss it a bit more, but I need to get you ready because your shift is about to start in about a couple of hours. So please relax. Oh, don't look so sad. No, it's okay, darling. Here, how about I brewed some tea just for you. So how about here, have some. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See, let the tea really get through. Yeah, you want a bit more? Yeah. Of course, of course. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, yeah, so think about that tea when you're working for a very long time. Now, I need to do a bit of work on you. And I think the reason why I need to do a bit of work on you is because you need to look a bit rough. You know, we do come from a proper family. We do come from a little bit of wealth. And to let people know that we don't have that wealth anymore is perhaps, it's a bit gauche, I must say. So we need people not to recognize you. So I have a particular setup with the owner who is about to employ you. Yes, so I just need to do a little bit of skincare, a little bit of hair manipulation. Don't worry, I did it with... Remember when you thought you saw a monster? That was merely your sister coming back from work. See, you didn't even recognize her. So, if we are to get started, we should first get started with the fact that your hair needs to be a bit rough, right? So I have just our brush here. I'm just going to brush your hair, but I'm going to tease it. I'm going to really make it big and fluffy. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it's a really big distraction. You know, people of this age, they're really confused by really big hair. So just relax, darling. Don't worry. You still have a couple of hours to mourn your childhood. So just relax and we should get started, okay? So, okay, perfect. Good job. Good job. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I can tell you about what it is that you're going to be doing. So, you will be working in a factory. The specific factory is a bit unknown to me. I really didn't want to know the details, you know. It's a bit imagining you working there is really hard for me. So I just rather it be out of sight, right? You go, you do what you need to do, and you get back, and you don't have to talk to me about it. I think that's what fathers are for. So, you're going to be working in a factory. I mean, it could be a textile mill, it could be one of the other factories that are within our era, but one of the important things is that as a child, as someone who is 6 years old, there were other options that I could have put you in, and I want you to know that you're quite lucky. You're quite lucky because I did not want you to go into one of those other professions. No, absolutely not. Oh my god, if you were a chimney sweep, could you imagine? Not only would there would be the potential for you to be seen by others. Oh my lord, no. You would go to other people's home. No. And do not worry about it, because a chimney sweep, they're underfed. You can't have a porkly child. No. So, and we like to feed our children. We like to make sure that you guys are well fed, well dressed. So, that simply wouldn't do. And it's just one of those things where a chimney sweep, you would be around orphans, and who knows what kind of diseases orphans would have. No, you don't want to be near them. Yes, of course, there will be maybe a few orphans at the factory for sure, but there is this sort of culture around chimney sweeps where chimney sweepers rather, where they like to take the children, right? Because they have nowhere else to go, and they like to really force them to work. So, since we've had that straightened out, do you have any questions for me? Okay. Well, I can say a few things. So first of all, the reason why you have to work while you're really, really young is because, well, it's a few things, right? Firstly, you need to provide for the family. You've already siphoned so much money and so many resources from us that it really is a bit it's a drain on us. You've been quite a drain. So I really need you to understand that this is really you pulling your own weight. Now, the other thing is, unfortunately, you are a girl. And what that means is that you are going to be valued the least. Young, girl children tend to be the lowest of the low. They tend to get all the shit jobs. Really, it's not that great for you. So really, the quicker you get into this, the quicker you'll understand. But you really have nimble fingers, right? As children, you've got grubby little fingers, and you can do a lot of really delicate work that some might say is specialized labor, really talented labor, skilled labor, whatever you want to call it. And that way, that's why they have children do it, and that way they can underpay them completely. This is one of those things, there is nothing we can do about it in this world, I don't think there's going to be any time in the future where children will not be working. I mean, really, could you imagine a world where you wouldn't work? I could not imagine. Okay, now how's that hair feeling? Does it feel tight? Does it feel uncomfortable? That's how it's supposed to feel. Good. There we go. Just a bit more here. And a bit more here. Perfect. Okay, next, now that we've got that done, next we're going to work on your skin. Now, I only breed the most perfect children, so your skin is flawless, of course, as a 6-year-old. But perhaps it could be, that's really a bad thing, because we need to make sure that you don't stand out very much. So, it pains me to say it, I have this really, really intense brush, It's going to leave a few scratches on you. It's going to really roughen up the skin. It's going to open up your pores a little bit, one of those things where I think I've come to learn through your siblings what makes people look ugly, and this is going to work, okay? So just going to brush your skin and make sure that it comes out rough and dry, flaky, all of that nonsense, right? So let's just get started here. There we go. Oh, wonderful, perfect. Yeah, you can see it. It's really scratching your skin. How does it feel? Does it feel painful? That means it's working. All right. So I have a tip for you, my darling, darling daughter. I need you to understand that when you are at this factory, they are going to ask you to clean under the machines. Even if they're running, they're going to ask you to clean under it. Always try to get another child to do it. Never do it yourself. Trust me, this is one of those things. I think I lost my first 3 children to an accident that happened because the machines are always running. They don't want to stop the production simply to do a little bit of cleaning. So have another child do it, and you shall be safe. Okay? Okay, now, as I am doing this, you might be wondering, well, Papa, when am I going to be back home? And what I have to say is, every day is going to be a little bit different, but I did get a very generous, pretty standard but generous a schedule for you. And it's going to be from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's not the majority of the day. No, you must jest, my darling daughter. You'll have this wonderful hour-long time before getting ready, and then you'll have a couple of hours afterwards, by the time you get back home, to get ready for bed. And then you have the whole time where you're sleeping, where you're not working. I think it's a really great deal, to be honest. So yes, your sister, she did in fact work at a factory, and your brother, unfortunately, he did work at a mine. Those are really dangerous. I was really worried about him, but he did grow out of it. It is one of those things that I was really surprised by. He grew out of it quite quickly. Your sister stayed for such a long time. But you have your whole life ahead of you to work at this factory. I mean, think of the connections you'll make. Oh my Lord. I mean, you could possibly move up the ladder. It's just one of those things. Okay, so how's that scratching feeling? Yes, I'm seeing maybe a little bit of blood. That's good. Yes, we want you to look unfortunate. Okay. And then just a few more brushes here, and a few more brushes here. And there we go. Okay then. So, now that we've done that, I'm going to take a bit of this bit of wool, and I'm just going to rub it around, okay? You've got a bit of mud, a bit of flakiness, and we really want to spread it out, We don't, because there's some spots that are still looking a bit good, so. There we go. Yes, you're being a really good trooper, And think about it this way, you will be paying for so many things that you and your mother, me and your mother are going to do. No, you're not going to be doing that. You're going to be working. That's it. Your childhood years are meant to be working. It's when you're most energized, and really I think it's important for you to be able to do it, because if you're not working in a factory, if you're not chimney sweeping, if you're not doing something, then what are you doing? Learning? No. There's nothing that we could teach you that you wouldn't learn doing the same thing over and over and over again at a factory. There we go. Oh. Okay. Now, I do want you, my darling daughter, to remember that you need to make friends. But friendships, while important, can be very detrimental. So you must stick with a mantra. Make friends, not co-workers, not unions. No. That would be poppycock. Because what you need to do is, if, say, the children somehow unite under the banner of some adult, that adult would really be taking advantage of you. You know, the only people that are allowed to take advantage of you is your loving parents, because it's not taking advantage when we're family. That's just called family drama. You know, it's just called... That kind of thing it's just family drama between us. If there's anything that feels like I'm taking advantage of you, no. How long do I work? Oh, I work all the time, darling. I mean, I work raising you and your siblings, that's for sure. You know, and your mum works with you guys all the time. And just think about me, there's so many things I have to do in the house every day. There's so many letters I have to write, so many appearances I have to make. You don't know the half of it. You know, and that's really the back-breaking work. Not... The factory work is simple, it's easy, that's why a child can do it. And it's definitely not something that we should pay a livable wage to, that's for sure. Just a bit more here, and then right here in the forehead. How's that looking? Good, my darling daughter. Okay, now, I need you to drink a bit more of this tea. Will you drink it? Here you go. Okay, perfect. How about a bit more? Oh, I'm not pushing the tea on you. Oh, I can't hide anything from you. Yes, of course, this is not quite tea. It's a concoction that we've made to make sure your teeth are really yellow. That way people really don't think that you come from our family. But don't worry, it's still okay for you. I think only a few children have died drinking it, so I think it's okay. So, next I have a little bottle here. It has some liquid in it, and what this is going to do is, it's a little bit of acid. Oh, don't worry. I know you don't really know what acid is. Acid is a very friendly substance. What it's going to do is it's going to burn through a bit of your skin, and it's going to really create the visage of someone that's had a really hard life, and someone who doesn't really look like us, right? So, if you want to get yourself ready for this. I mean, it's not gonna hurt, not a lot. Maybe a little bit, but you know, it doesn't hurt as much as when it probably hurts as much as when I say I love you to your sister and brother, but not to you. But I do love you. See, I love you. So perfect. And just a little bit. Okay, perfect. Oh my lord. Wonderful, yes. And just let it air a little bit. Okay, there we go. Wonderful. Here, let's do that a little bit. Yeah. Yes, okay, yeah. It's a little bit stingy, but see, it's fine. It even smells nice. Burnt flesh, it smells wonderful. Okay, so with that, we're just going to do a one more thing, and that is going to be this cotton ball. And I need to just really get in there and really get that acid in there. What this is going to do is it's going to what's the word I'm looking for? concentrate that acid in one spot, and when you do it in that one spot, it's going to create a bigger hole, right, in your skin. We want to get as close to bleeding as possible without getting the bleeding. That way it can scar beautifully. So, yes, this is, I think this is going to be a really wonderful fad. People are really going to start doing it, Yes, no, we are not disfiguring you in any way, shape or form for a job that a child really shouldn't have, but has because of her society. So, stay still for me, darling. Okay. It's a bit here. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. A bit over here. Yeah, just right there. Let me see. What time is it? Okay, we've still got time. That's wonderful. Okay. How are you feeling, darling? Are you good? It really warms my heart to see you all ready for your first job. Yes, so remember, you are going to be the lowest of the low, as children generally are. As a girl, you're going to be even worse off than the boys. Never clean under any of the working equipment. They will ask you to do it. You have to be sneaky. You have to really get in there. You need to doom the other children. And just be grateful, because you could have been a chimney sweep, you could have been underfed, and you could have had it much worse. So, to be honest, I think you're lucky. So, and there's the butler here to take you to your job. So, have a wonderful time, sweetheart. I'll see you when you get back, and you can tell me all about it, but only in vague in vague details, because I don't want all the gruesomeness of it. I'm too weak for that. All right.